Lawai Jockey here with a Barcode Taisen Bardigun chapter event. This is it, chapter 20. This is the last chapter in the game. And it's titled The Deroid Battle Doesn't End. Final chapter. Now, I've been sitting on this for a while. I've been waiting until I finished all the special events, and we're pretty much at that point. And it's long. And it's pretty exciting. I think this is, if you're going to watch anything in my Barcode Taisen series, this is what you want to watch. Trust me. It's pretty crazy. So without further ado, let's get into the Chapter 20 event. Wow, 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 wow. Yeah, you know what? I kind of forgot because it's been a while since I did that, but that was quite the battle. And I do remember that being tough. That wasn't easy. In fact, there are a few recordings in my folder there where I didn't succeed. So don't think it was a one off. That took a while. In fact, I believe I ended up doing it twice. It happened for 2 weeks, but this is I'm not sure which one it was. It was the first one or the second week, but it was the best of the two. And that was tough. That was really, really tough. As you can see, that last battle, that last character there. Well, let me show you the characters that were in this episode or this event. First was Ekusu, which is X, obviously, the transliteration in Japanese of the letter X. Now, I believe that's a character in Chapter 19, which I never got to do, unfortunately. I don't know. I think that's the one you battle. The Haunted Mansion came back. If you saw the Summertime special event, Chapter 1, you saw that mansion that is featured in this episode, obviously. The second one that we actually did battle was, well, triple question mark. And I do recall that was a tough battle. I had to really watch for that one. I can't remember why, but there was something. I had to make sure. And if you saw the Deroid attacks that I used, they were to disable. They were to hit at all three at the same time. Because it was tough, yeah. Because if one of them's down, another one could revive them, I believe. And that's what you saw with Deroid, the third guy. That was crazy. Anytime one of them went down, another one would revive. So I had to make sure I had to disable, and I had to use my own revive. I set up the Vanguard in that, and you notice this. Vanguard basically where the attacks would focus on one of the Deroids. And then I used the revive card in the battles, which I don't usually use. If you notice that in my previous videos, that's because the battles weren't as intense. But revive card is one of the cards that you're given actually in the game right at the beginning, and it's a good card to have. And as you can see, it does work, and it works well. But there you have it. That was tough. I remember that. That was touch and go there, especially in the first half. I thought for sure I wasn't going to make it, but it worked out in the end. Got lucky where the pumpkin Deroid was able to disable the Deroid, and that Deroid couldn't revive his buddies, and he ended up actually destroying himself. That was pretty cool. So there you have it. That's Chapter 20. So what's up next? Well, as you can see, we have the error on the list of 214, and I've talked about that. So am I going to be waiting around until, Valentine's Day next year? I don't think so. So the next video will be what I will be considered the last video for this series, and it's going to be called Final Thoughts, and I'm putting that together now. Well, thank you very much for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and I will see you in the Final Thoughts video.